if you see this photo right now, you know, seeing yourself like staring at you now back so many years ago, what is like the first thing that kind of goes through your mind seeing yourself?
I remember how much pain I was in,
Uh-huh.
and that raises the hairs on the back of my neck. Just thinking back to that point, um, I remember it evokes memories of the hospital, probably more than the pain,
Hmm.
because the care and treatment that I received in Winchester and Salisbury it was life altering. And it sounds a bit weird when they're amputating and they're doing all these things to you, but I just saw something so incredible, and it was in my mind. I'm like, how is this free at the point of entry? How am I getting all this for
Yeah.
nothing? And I couldn't get my head around it. And in that time, my plastic surgeon had become uh, my listener, my mentor. She was just a beautiful person inside and out. And her and I created this, we kind of built this amazing bond, which I'm sure is quite common with surgeons that do amazing work like she does. Um, and yeah, I remember the nights that she would sit by my bedside and we'd talk about everything, about my future, about my past, about the surgeries, and about everything that I could go and do, and what the injured lads were doing, and that there's a life outside the unit out there waiting for me if I want it. Everything was positive, and I think so. I look at that picture and I think, wow, I'm lucky to be alive. And the guy in that hospital bed there couldn't have imagined the guy that I am now. Not in a million years would I think I would be who I am now in when I was in that position.
Do you still remember like what was going through your mind like right there at that day or during that photo?
Yeah, so right then I'm thinking this must be really weird for the photographer, and I was asking him questions. Have you ever seen a person like me and stuff like that?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And then when I was in hospital, my room was always one of laughter and joy. Um, I always had people come and see me. Every day. I remember one time there was like 14 people in my room, and the room was tiny, and it was just like a social. It was like being out every night. It was amazing. Um, and the healthcare assistants were great. The nurses were great. My surgeon was just a goddess. Yeah, it was the most amazing. I think it was 7 months initially, um, and then my poor old right arm. I think about 6 months, no, 2 months later, I think 2.5 months later, that was to be amputated.